Hey Flo, how's it going? I can't hear you.
Hello, hello, hello. How's it going?
I like your shirt.
Yeah, thanks. Oh yeah. Wait, did I? I did. Okay. Yeah, the nano banana stuff is crazy.
Okay,
Like,
I know nothing about it. So if you want to tell people what this thing is and all that when we get going,
yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. I didn't so who was that earlier that mentioned he's presented before Scott. So Scott mentioned earlier about him doing the nano banana thing. I don't know if you got a chance to check that out. um on his page, but I'll kind of I can do like a walkthrough of what he's done with his team page, and then like in the Discord itself, like in the actual AI in action, latent space Discord server. um we have a ton of examples of why nano banana is crazy, but I guess this could mostly be a nano banana thing. I tried to make an effort to get like us to a good place for the vibe coding a Discord bot, and it's like extremely complicated. But I think I have most of the details worked out minus the server thing, and we can kind of like maybe talk about that as a part of the AI in action this Friday. Um, uh, with an S. No. Yeah. Okay, you're on the job. You're on the job.
it's all
Perfect.
good. I mean, I'd love to not be on the job. Community run. Let's go.
um, yeah. This
Just
is crazy.
ask Manuel. This is how I try to run our team too. I'm just like, all right, you all tell me what you need to do.
Right. Right.
I only step
And
in
then
as
Manuel's
when
like,
needed.
okay, let me prompt a couple
We
things.
don't, yeah, we don't need to do anything.
Change.
We just like tell the AI.
No, for sure. Have you so I guess to give everyone an introduction to what Nano Banana is, it is a new image generation model from Google. And I say new, but I think it's been out for a few weeks or so. How you actually access it, there's a couple different ways to access it. How I've been doing it, and I think I can show a pretty cool example if I share my screen. Um, oh, that's gonna show you guys. If we share, I can move you guys over here. It's gonna I talked about some of the process I was going through to set up the testing Discord server or whatever. And I was like, oh, this would be a great, like one of the first steps is like name your bot and give it a picture. And I was like, oh, this would be a great, opportunity for me to see how Nano Banana performs. So I of course go to if I start from scratch, it'll be better. But aistudio.google.com. And again, that's for the transcription. I guess I should say aistudio.google.com. And then on the right hand side, when you load it up, oh, they have a what's new button here that you can try Nano Banana. But if that's gone in the future for anyone watching the recording, if you click over here on the right hand side and select a new model, of course, if you go to all, there's like Gemini 2.5 Pro and Flash and all these great models that we've gotten to know. But Nano Banana is their image generation model. And it's technically the slug of it. If you're looking to use it as a developer in the API, is Gemini 2.5 Flash image preview. And that dash preview simply means that Google's going to screw us over at some point in the future, and we'll have to change the slug, so don't get attached to it. But Gemini 2.5 Flash has been trained to be an image generation model.
Wait, so
Is
is
what I
this
took
the
that as.
same as nanobanano.ai or different?
I think someone's like been opportunistic with that domain name and took it. If I'm not mistaken, Nano Banana AI. I remember seeing some like if anyone can do research on this in the background, I want to say Lux context. Yeah, I want to say it coming soon. I want to say this is like not officially from Google, and that somebody snatched the domain name once they figured out that Google was releasing a new model under the same name and kind of like ran with it. So I believe that's what's happened here. Is like this is not actually officially from Google. They just kind of like played on the name of the new model.
Yeah, I see the
Um,
copyright on Nano Banana 2025, not Google Alphabet company thing. Yeah,
yep,
so I think you're right.
yep. So and that's funny because like I'm assuming K-Ball, you like Googled it and this is one of the first things that came up
That's
on the
what
search result.
that's what came up. Their privacy policy says it's Dan Dan AI Limited from Hong Kong.
Based.
Uh, so yeah, this
Yeah,
is
no.
fascinating.
Yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, I think it was just like there was some hype around it, and like a lot of the new language models nowadays, as far as the rollout goes, as far as I understand, they basically started testing this image preview or this image generation model on other services like a Flux or not a Flux, a oh my god, what's the name of the there's a bunch of companies that do, you know, image generation. And I think Google tested it with those services first before they released it on their own platform. I think is how word got out, right? Like, so it leaks and they're like, oh, this is code name Nano Banana. And then somebody like went and registered the domain name and kind of like got ahead of the curve, I think is what happened. But
And it's funny that
officially,
Google
like,
kept it with the company.
you broke up a little bit there for me, X. What would you say?
Well, okay, never mind. Keep going. My computer's
No, your
being
internet's.
insane.
I understand. It's all good. If you can't type that in though, because it sounds like you were saying something about the process. But officially, what you can do is go to Google, like you know, Google AI Studio, and then find the Nano Banana model, and then type your prompt in, and it's much faster than I expected it to be, and the quality of it's been great. So I don't know if you guys have like if anyone here in the audience has like a prompt or whatever that we can kind of throw into Nano Banana and see what it comes up with. I just what I ended up doing was, you know, tell it that I was trying to create a testing server for a weekly meeting called AI in Action. And this is like an offshoot of the Latent Space podcast. And I asked it for a logo and it actually came out really good compared to other services that I've tried because a lot of these super small, intricate details end up getting jacked up. Like even here, once we zoom in, you can see that there's just like some inefficiencies and like between what a model generates and like what a human would generate if they're working with like vectors or whatever in a program like Adobe Illustrator or Figma or one of these other you know, design applications. But this is like really, really cool, especially for something that was done in like, you know, a couple of seconds. So what I did was like it really misunderstood the assignment, or maybe I did a terrible job of prompting it because I wanted a logo for the testing Discord server and not the official Discord server of AI in Action. So I followed up with my prompt and said, hey, that's great, but I also need a logo for the AI in testing test Discord server that I'm setting up. It's meant to host some of the Discord bots we were testing as a community. So it responded by editing the original image, by putting a bug and a spyglass here, or whatever this is, a magnifying glass, and then called it AI and testing, a bot testing server, which I thought was crazy. And then so I was like, well, you know, we're also coming up with this fictional character driven by an LLM powered agent named Artie, short for Artificial. And I asked for some help with creating another image for that character, and it came up with this, which again is like insane. Like some of the intricate details. If you even 6 months ago tried this with some of these models, I don't know if you guys have been playing with image generation over the course of this, like, you know, AI language model explosion, but like these super small details, like the lines almost always end up getting messed up. So the fact that it could get this detailed and have some kind of coherence from logo to logo to logo is also unheard of. It's very hard to pull off as someone that's been using image generation models for a long time. But yeah, that is Nano Banana, and there's a ton of examples in the Discord. I can kind of pull up if you guys have any comments. I can maybe pull up some of the cool ones that I saw in the Discord. But that in and of itself is Nano Bananas. It's a new image generation model from Google. It's been kind of going viral over the last maybe few weeks or so. The one example I actually can pull up before we maybe turn it loose here is Scott Werner from the Discord, who is also, I don't know if Scott's on the call, but he has presented many times in AI in Action. He did a really cool thing on his team page for his company. So if you go to the Sublayer website, sublayer.com/team, he basically takes I'm not sure how he's pulling this part off, like what API endpoint he's using to pull up today in history. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. But on this day in history, on September 3rd in history, it says in 1967, Sweden's famous Dagen H or H Day smoothly switched traffic from driving on the left to the right side of the road, a massive national effort that improved road safety. I don't know why this is Lego related, but okay, sorry. So this is the actual image generation prompt. I've highlighted here to paraphrase. It just says, reimagine this person as a smiley Lego style minifigure traffic officer in 1960 Stockholm, with a bunch of other instructions. But what they're doing is like automatically generating both of these, as I understand it, the today in history and the generation prompt, and then feeding that to now Nano Banana to take their original team images and switch it over to the image that was inspired by these prompts. And he said previously they were using the OpenAI model, but Nano Banana is not only cheaper but faster. And they're playing around with giving this functionality to everyone in their Discord server as like a team. So I thought that was a pretty cool use of Nano Banana. And almost like a testimonial, because like it's cheaper and faster for them right now, I think is what he said in the Discord server. So I don't know if you guys have any other examples that you guys have seen or want to pull up, but that's Nano Banana as I understand it. Me and Swix have been going back and forth in the Discord server, just like sharing crazy links of like what people are able to pull off. There's some really cool like 3D stuff that I've seen with Nano Banana, but anyways, it's a cheap image generation model. It's kind of like what I've landed on here. And the other thing I guess I could kind of show off, I may need a second or two for this one. But if you guys have any, actually, I have not the entire time. I haven't checked the chat, so maybe I should check that first.
So what might be interesting actually would be to do some like take a test example and like there's questions about how long can it cohere for, how good is that, whatever. Can we like crowdsource with this group like a set of things we might want to do and see coherence on and like see how it does. Like for example, I'm imagining like let's start with from a logo or something like this, but then say, okay, now generate me a background for a bunch of social media marketing, integrate this, integrate that. Okay, now go and generate a web, uh, some additional assets for web, maintaining this style, that type of thing, and just see how well it does it at keeping coherence.
Yeah, I think like so like almost like an AI in action eval for like image generation and how long it could keep coherence.
Yeah, just because I'm seeing questions here about like how well can it keep coherence, and I think that is one of the big areas. I think Yikes raises a character consistency thing. So like if we put a character in there, will that character maintain consistency? Because that's a little bit more detail. So yeah, I would love to, unless we have other things, but if we want to play with a thing, that's a dimension I'd love to test.
For sure. Character. So like, can we see maybe, because like I've actually seen prompts of this. Let's see if I can download it. I already had it downloaded. Let's go ahead and throw in, because you can add images. Let me drag and drop from my downloads folder and say, something to the effect of this. How about this? We're in 2025, so maybe I shouldn't be doing too much. This is my character named Artie, short for artificial. Oh, it's not working. Testing. Oh, it is. Okay, sorry. User error. This is my character Artie, short for Artie Official, and I want you to put him in a spaceship hovering over the Earth. Already. That's what you said. Already.
It's just reading you as having a southern accent or something. This is
Yeah.
already, he's already ready.
I do have a bit of a twang, so that's fair. That's a bit of a wild request. But
Well, and then yeah, we should like create a whole storybook or something like that and just see like
yes. Do you have any good storybook prompt? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. What the heck?
that's Wild. All right, yeah. Well, let's see. Let's just have like, all right, take Artie on an adventure, starting in his spaceship and then exploring a new planet, and just see if it just see how it does.
Yeah. So that level of coherence I just never seen in a okay. I mean, this is definitely a new planet. Maybe okay, I would like to see Artie from a slightly different angle. Maybe like top down bird's eye view.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see if we can rotate him, etc. I remember seeing a demo from, was it Adobe, I think, where you'd like have uh just an image and it would let you vectorize it and then rotate it and see it. And that was super cool.
That's really cool. Uh it is a
Mm,
different angle, but I don't know about
looks pretty similar.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this reminds me of when you tried to get like a glass of wine to be completely full in like a completely full glass of wine, and like no matter what you prompt, it like will not do it. Like the this was like 6 months ago. I think it's better now, but like this is what it's reminding me of.
Yeah, let's show Artie from the side drinking wine. See what happens.
I wonder where the rate limits come in on this model. Like if it's gonna stop me at some point. I should have said a full glass of wine. Missed opportunity. Okay. Okay.
Blue wine.
All right. Well, not bad. I'm not mad at that. They gave him a full body too. That's what some of the examples have showed the most. I think is like that. You can do a lot of editing with like an original muse or whatever. Okay, so the comments say if you give me Artie, I can run one concurrently. Right. So okay, what I did do is go if you go into the Discord server, AI in the AI in action channel, a few posts up, and actually while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna post a link to it in the thing. Boom. Copy, not message ID. I want to copy message link. If you want to download Artie yourself, you can go to that link I just posted in the chat and like use Nano Banana on your side. Again, that's aistudio.google.com. And then if you look at the top right hand corner, you have to find the Nano Banana model. Any other like test prompts that you think would be cool?
Isometric running or something.
So I'm gonna type that with no other context because I'm not sure what you mean by that.
It's fine. I think isometric is a different view is like a fancy name for a different view, and I just want to see him like see if they can like generate a completely different view, doing him something completely different.
Yeah, yeah. What might be worth the effort here is for me to start over. It's to start over and then start with the original image and see if it could do a better because they still have him on this random planet that we're now exploring. But that's not terrible. Is this what you had in mind though?
Yeah, I actually don't know what view isometric is, but it's pretty.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that they've kept Artie intact this whole time is what to me is impressive because like before I think that was not a thing. I really would like to pull up if I can. Okay, give me 1 second. Go sublayer. And then I have a Discord app. Generate an image. Oh, we got one. So, oh, that's crazy. I gotta pull that up on the screen. So this is prompted by oh, don't kill me if I'm not pronouncing this right. You can correct me if you type it out phonetically. Yeah, Seja. Thank you, because you knew I was about to mess that up. Seja prompted generate an image of Artie, this character wielding a lightsaber and shooting force lightning at a Sith. Like that's kind of crazy. Which is really cool. So okay, boom, AI and testing. Just to give we're about 20 minutes in now, so just to give a slight segue. If I click this one, then I can go here and bring it back over. I have created a test Discord server that I can like invite everyone to, or I don't know how to do the whole invite thing. This is something I think Yikes could maybe help me with, because I've done zero moderation, actual moderation of Discord servers. But I created a Discord server called AI and Testing as opposed to AI in Action. And I think we could do a lot of testing here in this server for the Discord bot. Like every time we have an idea where we want to vibe code a thing, we could put it in this server. I think there was already one created with Zach and I forgot my boy's name. Who created the actual original Discord bot, but I didn't have access to it. I'm not sure. I couldn't remember off the top of my head how to find it. So I figured I'd just make a new one because they're fairly simple to make. And with this, I've also invited an Artie bot so we could kind of like build on top of it. The one thing, just to keep this brief, I think the one thing the one issue that I run into, because I did figure out how to get the Discord keys. There's like several keys you have to have. You need a Discord bot token and a Discord guild ID. That's easy. That's shareable. The one issue that I ran into was like the whole server thing and how like actually hosting the code that runs the services that kind of like power the Discord bot. So maybe we can like jam offline about that. But I would like to do some more testing and figure out like how to create a good platform that the community can have access to, that will allow us to vibe code on a weekly basis whenever we don't have like a specific topic we want to talk about. So with that said, I just wanted to kind of show that off, and maybe I'll pull up some of these other images that are coming into the chat. Is this Artie as a dog? Oh, it's Artie as a little bit of sheep's clothes. That's hilarious. So I want to know the prompt for this one, K-Ball. This is crazy. So Manuel says, see how coherent it is across styles. So that's actually a great prompt. And I'm gonna pull up our original. I think this is like stretching probably the context window of the model, but I would like to see let's see Artie in a completely different style with no other context. I don't know what else styles you're looking for specifically, but while that's being generated.
I was gonna ask for character sheet for pixel graphics. Like character sheet is always interesting because you get like 4 different views or so.
What was the prompt for this one, Evan? Oh, Artie as a Lego bot.
As a minifigure in the Lego movie.
Nice. We have another one here. K-Ball generated Artie doing work. This is what K-Ball actually wants for work for his meetings. It's like Artie to show up and just host, do everything.
I want to automate myself out of a job here.
Yeah. Artie's closing the deals. Artie's taking on the all the responsibility. What else do we have here? Oh, Artie got a promotion. Is create an image of Artie in a suit business meeting with businessmen. Okay, let's go back and see if we. This is not exactly a different style, but it's interesting. I want to see what were the keywords that you said again, Manuel? Artie.
Character sheet pixel graphics.
Character sheet pixel graphics. Let's see how this one turns out. And while I'm doing that, I should also figure out how to. I like the Sith one, the original that CJ put in there. Drop some more in the chat and I'll pull them up as I'm trying to figure out how to. I feel like we got to be. Well, I mean, it says it's only like, what was that, roughly 10,000 tokens. But I'd imagine like the coherence over the course of a conversation is probably gets worse. Ooh. This is
That
nice.
is pretty impressive. Yeah.
That's badass.
I liked it. Yeah, no, this is nice. Let me see if I can so if I download it and then click this here, I should be able to show it full screen. There we go. Wow. Level 99. That's fire. I didn't even think about that. That's cool. This is definitely what did it, prompt golfing at its finest, because you literally said 4 words and got it to change the entire style, which is really cool.
Yeah. Do poker playing cards.
Let's do another one. Poker playing cards. This is, I feel like so barbaric by typing in these prompts, because I'm always like hyping up the model. I'm like, oh, great job, buddy. Like, appreciate the hard work, but like it's not really necessary. I just like to do it as a nicety.
This is impressive though, that like I don't know how it works internally, right? But like when I did image model prompting like 2 years ago or even 1 year ago, you had to really like work on your prompts and every word like counted. And then OpenAI does all this like magic transformation, so you have like zero control. And I wonder how this one behaves, right? Like if you add artist names or whatever, or like all kinds of weird stuff. I'll have to play with it. This is amazing.
Yeah. It's been getting a ton of hype over the last few weeks, and I was like, we got to talk about this in the.
Well, I got a big thing. I'm gonna shoot it to you. I think in Discord DMs I should have enough text for it. It's like a bunch of prompts. I asked ChatGPT. Okay. Yeah, I asked ChatGPT because I got a weekend hack project that I'm doing D&D shit on. So I am we can have um uh 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 we can replace the person thing, the character thing up there at the top with Artie or whatever. But or you could just like dump this and do panel 1 and then do panel 2, etc., and see what happens. But I asked ChatGPT to do some storyboarding to test an image generation model, so you can use some of that if you want. And also, there's something in the Zoom chat too that I dropped off earlier. That's like, let's remix Artie into a that. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so for me, for my understanding, you're saying this image that you sent originally, the You Are Shin, the Renegade Cyber Slasher, is like an
Yeah, that's a
example.
different thing. Yeah, so that
Oh, okay.
what I was gonna say is let's feed that to the image and say make Artie into this guy.
I see.
And then we can take that Artie and we can put him through those scenes I sent you.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to lane space. I'm looking for on the other thing.
It's in your DM. Yeah.
I there was a thread that I was a part of not too long ago in the main channel that showed a bunch of crazy examples of, if we go, okay, there we go. I found it. Oh, it's still active as like a couple of days ago. So yeah, there's this one and there's also another one, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna click these two.
High quality character generator puts hangover in the gear. I like it.
Here's a thread, and I'll share the links to these threads so you guys can also check them out yourself. But there's a bunch of crazy examples in this thread, as well as copy link. I'm gonna put threads in the chat, first one, and then there's another one that I was looking for that was originally in the Gen Media. Did I miss it? I might have went back too far. There we go. Yeah, but between both of these, you should have like more than enough inspiration that you can find here. And I just put that in the chat, but both of those are threads in the Latent Space Discord server. And then let's go back to, oh crap, I forgot where I put the, I want to see those poker cards. Okay, found it. And this can actually go right next to that tab. Ooh, Artie LLM agent. Oh, all of them say LLM agent. They're just as different. So Jack, Queen, Ace, Queen, and King.
Interesting.
I wonder why, not Joker, like why it chose the images it chose for the playing cards. That's another one I'm gonna
Well,
download and
it's it the cards are totally messed up, right? Like it's got QK, KA.
yeah. I just realized. I just realized that. I just realized that. I'm just to see. I have no shot. This works again, right? Like if I go chat, we're still on Nano Banana. I type that prompt in, and then I go pull up my downloads folder, which has the original Artie, and I drop that in. What happens? Okay, in the background, we go to Yikes DM. Okay, that's an interesting take on that. I
Okay,
think you
well,
could.
yeah, they're not playing they're not playing cards of him, but he is playing cards
Yeah,
technically.
yeah,
That
exactly.
works.
No, exactly. Okay, let me check my DM real quick. Sorry, I'm gonna check the chat as well because I've not kept up at all. Oh, I like this one too. I don't know what was the oh, it left it's yeah, it does seem like it left Artie the same, but then introduced like this other art style. But I'm curious what the prompt for that one was, Evan.
Ghibli, Artie.
I like this one as well. It says Sija said to make Artie this character into a watercolor sorcerer, and I like that. Okay.
It rejected a image request relating violence, but it doesn't seem to reject referencing at least famous individuals, which is interesting.
Ooh,
I don't know
that's very
what
interesting.
they'll probably neuter it at some point, but
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. This is another one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of like give or do some demos on this as quickly as possible because yeah, they always inevitably they always neuter they lobotomize the models. So apparently has no barrier on referencing The Simpsons and put cats. I'm just not seeing that image. Punk rock concert flyer. Ooh. Already as and I copy and pasted your prompt and let's see what happens. Anyone tried prompting Nano Banana with JSON formatted prompt? Oh, I like. So it gave you, so you gave it one prompt and it gave you multiple images, Evan. That's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know it could do that either. What do you think about this, man?
I am
That's pretty
noticing
funny.
also the length of time to generate. I'm just doing this all in one long thread, and each
Yeah.
time it takes longer. So it's doing something with all the different
Yes.
images.
Yes. The content, the context. Which is yeah. I have no clue how this works behind the scenes, but okay. that's that's pretty funny. But the multiple generations here because you have Curry. Wait, who is this supposed to be? Number 6 on the
So
Celtics.
I asked it to do Bill Russell. I don't think that's an accurate image. I mean, Bill Russell's old, right? So
Yeah,
any young pictures of him are probably like from a long time ago, but I don't know who that actually is. I don't think it's Bill Russell.
yeah. Agreed.
That's Bill Russell's beard.
Yeah, his facial hair. What was pixel? What was the keywords you told me again, man? About pixel. I wonder if we can get back into that line of like, it was pixel something.
Yeah,
Character.
pixel graphics character sheet.
Yeah, I guess something to play with is just like, being mindful of the context of like whatever you put in it before. I think last time we tried this, we were like 15 images deep or generations deep. Oh, it went a different. So like, and it definitely takes into context whatever you've been talking about, because it took the pixel graphics character sheet and now like put it into the form of this punk rock concert flyer, which is super interesting. So yeah,
It
that's
doesn't actually understand character sheet the way I want it to understand it. It does this like weird mix of RPG character sheet and like, so maybe try animation character sheet. Can you like rewind the prompt?
so. How about this? I'll start from the top, and instead of poker playing cards, I can do
Animation character sheet.
and then rerun this turn, which eliminates. Oh no, it doesn't eliminate everything below. I like that. We've talked about this a lot. There's a guy named Jeremy Howard who has talked about this, like editing the responses of the LLM to make it more in line with like what you actually want. And I think this is like a case of that within AI Studio and Google. Oh, it's taking a super long time. I wonder why. Maybe it's doing multiple images. I'm trying if I could quickly find the other. I thought this was really cool. That Nano Banana has world knowledge. So the prompt it gave it was like, you are a location-based AR experience generator. Highlight the point of interest in this image and annotate relevant information about it. I thought that was really cool. See if I can zoom in a bit. But it's just taking like real world images and highlighting them, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, this was really cool too. As far as like 3D goes, but it basically prompted Nano Banana to make an image daytime and isometric with the building only. And as you can see, like this image is not exactly high quality. It's probably taken on like a somewhat older phone. There's a blurry car in the image. The background is not even the focus. Like the building in the background is not even really the focus. It's more so these lights here. But just based on this image, it was able to generate an isometric image of the building, which I think is insane. So yeah, there's just like we're using it for fun for the most part in this like the demo that we've had so far in the first 40 minutes or so, but like I think it can do some really serious stuff based on what I saw in those threads. So I thought this was really cool too, but I'll skip that one. It's more of a manga thing, I think. Speaking of coherence, I don't know if you guys seen this one, but it's a guy talking originally, and I think it was prompted initially. Oh no, maybe I misunderstood this. I thought it was. Oh, he goes into the details here. He started with a selfie. He dropped it into Nano Banana, swapped clothes, switched styles, even turned myself into an animated character. And he used FreePic. So FreePic is one of the platforms that Google. We talked about this earlier. Google launched this this model in stealth on these other platforms, and from what I understand, FreePic was one of them. I didn't even know they had a platform. There's another like AI based platform that I can't think of to save my life, but it launched on that platform as well before they announced Nano Banana and said, hey, come use it in Google AI Studio. But this is one of them. I just thought this.
New AI image editing model, which means you can give it.
So he's doing that as video. So do you think, did he decompose that into a bunch of frames, or did they do that for him under the covers?
So I think he used Runway because Runway does video. So I believe he used Runway in this instance. But I'll actually share this link directly in the chat, and he goes into the details, I think, here in the rest of the thread as he's like answering questions and stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, he used Together is one of the platforms. That's not the platform I'm thinking of, but Together is another like image generation platform, if I remember correctly, where they do like hosted models. But I think this is a combination of Nano Banana and Runway for this particular video. If I remember correctly, I thought this was fire. I do a bunch of e-commerce stuff with my younger brother, and I thought this was really cool. You can do product placements. So, you know, took a selfie of this guy that I think is a stock photo from what I can tell. If not, it's maybe like a high quality image, and took a product image, as you can see here, that's obviously done in a studio or something like that. That's super high quality. And he was able to combine both of them into this product placement image just using Nano Banana. So yeah, lots of cool examples in the thread. I don't know if you guys have anything else. I need to catch up on the chat. But if you guys have anything else you guys want to cover here in the last 20 minutes, I'm gonna kind of open the floor. I've yet to try this one, but I saw this one and started freaking out because I'm like, man, this is so cool. But it basically turned any image into an AR HUD because of the world knowledge. Apparently, this technology has been around since 2017. It's just Google never really released it. Yeah, just a ton of examples, Let me open up the chat. Evan, the characters that it created is insane. Like that one for sure is crazy. That one for sure is crazy. David Gutman said, I've been trying to, oh, David, that's who I was trying to think of earlier. Trying to get Nano Banana to do something like this. And this is like the sprite thing that you were talking about earlier, right? Slono or Manuel. It's a character sprite sheet.
Hold on, I'm not seeing your screen. Oh yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
So I don't think this is actually a Nano Banana generation. I think David was saying that he's been trying to get it to do something like this. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. This seems, because I was like, this seems very unrelated.
Yeah. Ooh, and Cija got it to do this, which is interesting. I like the color palette in the top right hand corner.
Yeah,
not exactly.
That looks more like what I wanted.
Yeah. What was the I'm curious. Oh, so Cija said that the prompt for this was generate a pixel animation character of this. No, generate a pixel animation character sheet of this character Artie. And this is from, ooh, pull this character out and have him jumping out of a van and checking his gear with the rest of the goons. Yeah, so if you guys have anything else that you want to cover, we definitely can. Oh my, no way. I must have broke it. It's like 5 minutes later and this thing is still generating the animation character sheet in Google AI Studio. Okay, so oh my God, that's a great point, K-Ball. So K-Ball says they're gonna have to neuter it with regard to celebrities. Oh my God, I'm tripping. And product placements because they got Obama endorsing liquid death. You know? It's crazy. Yeah, no, that's insane. And the rock's so big, he's holding two of them in one palm. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, and Keanu Reeves is like, I don't have anything.
true to
the sizes
the
there, I think, have got to be wrong. Like Barack Obama's 6 feet tall. I don't think Taylor Swift is 6'5". The Rock might be realistic, but like, and I don't even know who. I'm bad with celebs. I don't know who that last one is. I just told it generate, 5 celebrities holding liquid death, and this is what it got.
I can't think of her name.
Product placement, liquid death, 5 celebrities.
Okay, that's not bad. Actress, if I remember correctly, I just can't remember her name off the top of my head. Well, like Spider-Man, right? I want to say
Can
Spider-Man.
ask. Actually, let's see if it can answer.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. New chat. Let me download that specifically into my downloads folder. Open my downloads folder.
I was able to ask it just like who are the celebrities. So it got it. Yeah, it says Zendaya. You're right, Victor.
Zendaya, yeah. That's crazy. Okay, so yikes, can you also like re-prompt me on what we were doing with this? Because I'm in my DM now and I see the prompt and we've got like 15 minutes left.
Let's see. I was gonna let's see. Uh, give it. Why don't you give it a picture of Artie and then give it that first thing in the character block thing at the very top, and then and then prompt it through those scenes like 1 through 12 or whatever. There's that.
Okay, so the first prompt will look something like this.
Yeah, and then so but attach Artie to that and be like, make Artie this.
Got it. I definitely can do that. And then new line, make Artie this. Is
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can, after that, we can test the consistency with see how it does in scene.
Okay. All right, starting over.
We did use the word stabby, so it might not work. Cyborg is very violent, so oh cringe, dude. I don't like it, but whatever. See, then try and throw it in scene 1 and see what happens.
So okay, so panel
I mean,
1 model sheet.
Yeah, there you go.
The storyboard prompt. Should I be doing that one instead?
Yeah, I think so. Probably. Let me see what that prompt looked like. 1 sec.
It was a storyboard prompt pack, 12 panels. Each entry is a complete prompt.
Okay, yeah. So we can do like maybe the first 2 panels and see what you can do one at a time if you want. It could work.
Cool. Yeah, character reference sheet of car.
You could try using that character block thing and see if it will take that as like a variable. Could be interesting to see what it remembers.
So when you say using it as a variable, are you saying to like, because I just removed
like just copy paste completely from panel 1 down and don't replace that like little block that's just in it. Like
got it. So like this more so. Do I leave the where it says like quite literally prompt like PROMPT or take that out?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, just send it like that. You're good.
Okay.
And then see if it'll do the next one. And I'm curious what kind of okay, so we got a couple options here.
Nice. Wide skyline of the dystopian. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the next one.
There you go.
ID 404. Not bad.
All right, we got a little bit of detail there.
Yeah.
It's a little like stale for me, but I was trying to get it to do stylized earlier and it really like gloms onto the stuff it's already seen. Okay. I'm with it here.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm with it. Yeah. Okay, and we got the little details and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm digging
it. Instead of having one little companion on the shoulder, it has 2 of them now, it looks like.
That's true.
Yeah. But for the most part, okay, so hold on. I'll go to the next one, panel 3.
And we're changing aspect ratio here too, which is kind of nice.
Oh, I just realized that you're saying, oh, yeah, that's crazy. I just realized you did the aspect ratio thing. Okay, so let's see the next one.
Okay, so 4x4. So it looks like it didn't pick up the aspect ratio in this one. Type portrait, rain droplets. Okay, it got that. We got a little smirk. That's a terrifying grin, but that fits.
I'll have to refer back to the chat and see if anyone else has any questions or has seen some cool examples of so I'm on panel number 4 now. But just seeing if anyone has questions about Nano Banana or have seen really cool examples.
Okay, so we're changing aspect ratio. Oh, so it's got like a little vary. Okay. So we didn't get a lot of variation on the camera angle here.
Right. I've noticed that it does seem to struggle with camera angles.
Yeah. Okay, we got some pose action.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, could you like
I like how if you look closely at the details, right here, the gun fire like goes over into the next panel, like the bottom panel.
I wonder if you could tell it, can you ask it for a wireframe of those 3 shots?
Create a wireframe of the last 3 shots. Does that sound about right?
No, just like give me a wireframe of that so I can animate it.
So far, I really like this character development though.
Right.
I
GPT's
really
doing a
like
good
this.
job. I told it to go research the setting and everything. It's staying on track.
The one thing I noticed that's missing here in AI Studio is like with the text language models, the text generation models, you can actually put Google grounding, so it can like use Google to go search things and add that to the conversation. Whereas here, like with the image generation, you can.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah, what
So
I was looking for was like a little like skeleton, like you would drag it around in Unity or something.
okay, okay. I follow what you're saying now. I follow.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky prompt. That's all good.
Yeah. But that also makes me curious. Like, if we fed it something like this, could it create a wireframe from the original image? Like, if it doesn't, because I do feel like it loses, um, like almost
Ooh.
intelligence over time because it's trying to keep into context the entire conversation and not just
Yeah.
like one, prompt by prompt by prompt.
I do like Bite Probe's example in chat here. That's really good. The show the woman wearing the outfit and you just send it a picture of the outfit. And that's it.
I have lost the
What
chat
else can you do with that, I wonder?
Until they neuter it, you could show whoever you want.
Yeah.
I feel like this is really bad for models because I feel
Yeah.
like every clothing company is now going to like hire a model once and then just
They've already been doing that shit for ages. I mean, well, if I was if I was in that business, it would be over.
I do agree with you though. This like it's unprecedented. Like I think Google opening it up to everybody for free makes it like the barrier super low. And yeah, I do think there will be a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Even normies could probably get over here.
Yeah, do you guys K-Ball, when you were getting denials on your requests on your prompts, do you have the safety settings turned all the way down?
I don't know. I have not tinkered with my settings at all. The only prompt that it denied was when I asked it to show Artie punching Donald Trump in the face.
That's hilarious.
It denied a couple from me, one of which was I told it that original van prompt was like kicking down the door to a Wendy's or something, and it did not go for that.
With a dog replacing Chrono. So David, what are your thoughts on this generation when it like did half the job or like didn't do the whole? That's interesting.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the various models to do the animations for a while. I don't know if this one is any closer, but it's totally possible that with the right prompt, it could be, or doing it frame by frame would be able to do it instead of trying to get it to do a whole sprite sheet at once.
Byte Probe posted a link to levels.io tweet and said prompt show woman wearing the outfit and a picture of this outfit. And we're coming up on the last couple of minutes here, but it then output a woman wearing like the outfit that was shown before, and I think that's really cool. And then we had a response from CJ saying that this would be great for my e-commerce site, and I absolutely agree. I think that it's super powerful for the e-commerce stuff. If we're talking like real life use cases that could help make money, you know what I mean?
So I do want to actually, since we got only 5 minutes left, as awesome as it is to get Flo up here like jamming on the news of the week, which is great, and I appreciate you, Flo. It would be cool if we got back to some sort of prepared stuff a little bit. So does anybody, maybe we could spend a couple minutes here like jamming on possible topics? Um, we, c- I don't know, maybe in the AI world we can count on there being enough news of the week that we could just jam on news of the week each week. But I think maybe we should do a little bit of a call for topics. Who has something they think would be fun for us to do a session on, or a session they'd like to see that maybe they can put out a request for?
I'm curious, kind of if anybody's like taken any episodes of AI in action, or I guess you could generalize it more, but I'm curious, like, of the stuff that we've kind of gone over so far, has anybody like updated their workflow like pretty significantly, and like something like significantly impacted them, and this is kind of what they're doing with it, kind of thing, is something I'm wondering about, I guess.
Yeah.
I switched to only using GPT-5, so I'm happy to talk about that.
Yeah.
Only. Are you in Codex now, or are you still in Cursor?
Both.
Mm.
Yep. Same line of thinking for me. It seems like a lot of people have become like Codex CLI fanboys overnight, or using Codex and Cursor, and I would love to hear more about that. I tried to prep like for this call so we could like actually vibe code the thing, but yeah, without having the server or whatever set up, it's like wasn't able to really pull it off. But I do want to hear more about. I think the most interesting AI in actions for me is when someone shows their workflow. And I think there've been a couple cases in the channel of like people talking about it. So I would any workflow that could be shared. Like Scott gave a good one a couple weeks ago. We have one from Oliver a few weeks ago as well. I just love stuff like that.
Yeah, those are really nice. I just had a thought. What was I thinking of? Hmm. No, I don't remember.
K-Ball, what about you? What are you thinking in terms of like what you would want to see as, in terms of a prepared? Is there anything
Actually,
like
so
from
one I would be interested in if we could do it. So, a little backstory. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to help my wife with some agentic content generation for something. And so I actually referenced like Olivier's talk because she has a very structured thing. And I was like, hey, you should like check this out, build out your sub agent, do whatever. I got her set up today with Claude Code, seeing we'll see where that goes. Um, but I'd actually be interested if anyone else is doing agentic content creation, something with that. Like if somebody would wanted to share their workflow, how they're approaching things, how they've got stuff structured and that sort of thing, right? Like, because I live in the coding world mostly, but I think content is another very interesting place. And the tools that I've seen out there, like she had been trying to just use the Claude Web UI, and it works for relatively simplistic things, but if you have like a very large amount of stuff that where you want to go structured, like it doesn't give you any exposure to subagents or swapping, like the level of control is minimal. And so like we're trying to use coding tools to see if, because they're based, I mean, these coding tools are all trying to solve, okay, let's give you a good agentic harness.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and that's kind of my project for this weekend is I want to with because there's the LTX video. I don't know if there's going to be a video model that's quite fast enough, but basically I want to like do a thing where I can more or less kind of run like a D&D-ish game via like a Twitter space, and then just get like the transcript and then extract prompts out of that and just start dumping that into a video generation model and see if I can stitch something together where people can like watch their D&D people do shit. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that done over the weekend. So, and that'll be like a fairly code heavy but content oriented workflow. So, I mean, if we don't end up with anything else, I could just like, I'll hack on that and then see if I get anything worth showing to anybody, as a last resort, I suppose. It seems like people are still pretty interested in codecs and CC. I know we've done like a good bit of that. It's always good to get more, but it's like I think the content angle is an interesting interesting mix up
My
too.
my CTO does this. I can try to see if he's willing to present next week. I don't know. I can ask him like now so we can have an answer by Monday if people want.
Yeah, when you say this, do you mean like does content
He
stuff?
he generates content algorithmically using AI somehow.
Yeah, totally. That would be
I think
dope.
he has like some level of workflow that maybe is like probably interesting to look at too. So I can see if he's willing to present or if he's willing to make me present on it.
Perfect. Whatever works.
That
As
sounds
long as we
awesome.
get those
Can I sign
numbers
you up?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do
All
it.
right. We're gonna sign you up via our Discord bot, which now lets me sign someone else up. What's your Discord handle?
It's Baruch,
Oh,
like Baruch.
right. That's you.
Yeah, that Baruch.
Baruch, not Baruch. All right, I think we are at time. That's a good one. We'll go with Baruch, Ben or Benjamin, for next week. But other folks sign up. You can use Artie, who is still called AI in Action Bot, but we should change that name to Artie at some point. And sign up for talks. Thank you. Appreciate you, Flo. Thank you for driving this.
All good. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun looking at this stuff. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.